I'm Mahita. Welcome back to my channel Mahita Smart Education. So today in this video we are going to learn about the art of note making. Let's look at one example, and this is NCERT 10th class political science textbook short notes, and which is made by me. So let's see how I made this short notes. And see, this is the first chapter in 10th class political science textbook, that is power sharing. And you can see there are two countries in it. So I have written all the important points from this chapter, and you can see I have highlighted some points, so that if only I see these highlighted points, then I will able to recall all the story behind the Sri Lanka and Belgium. So while making any short notes, we have to remember 3 points or 3 rules in our mind. The first one is our short notes must be simple to read and understand. And second one is it must be very eye-catchy, which means it is very attractive to read. So how to make it attractive? We can use different colors of pens, and we can use highlighters, different colors of highlighters, and we can write all the points in this manner or like this. We can use any kind of these techniques so that it will make our short notes very eye-catchy. And our third rule is we have to make sure that it contains the essence of the chapter. And if you observe my short notes, I have written all the federalism chapter in single A4 sheet. You can see by following all these 3 rules, right? You have to make a short notes like this. See? So today in this video, I am going to show you how to read the NCERT textbook and grab the essence from it, and how to make an effective short notes from it. I will give you one example also. So let's start. Let's see what are the things needed to start writing our short notes. First of all, we need some color pens and blue pen and one pencil and few A4 sheets. And you need this NCERT textbook, right? Whether it is online or offline, you need it. On walking, then only we can run, right? So let's start with a simple chapter from 6th class science textbook, 5th chapter, that is separation of substances. Our first step in reading this textbook is, first step is overlook. Give one overlook about this chapter. What is this chapter and what are the subtopics in it, and just give one overlook. See, winnowing, sieving, and see the side headings also. And sedimentation, filtering, okay. So then you will get the information about this chapter. Okay, this chapter is about the separation of substances. So that you can have the knowledge, and then you can start reading the whole textbook. Okay, this is our first step. So we have completed our first step. So let's move on to the second step or second level, that is start reading and highlighting. First of all, in this step, we have to read all the words line by line. So if you found anything important, then you have to highlight it. And this is Foxit browser I am using. So in these 2 pages, they have only given some examples, so I don't think these are important for the UPSC perspective. And I think so. See, this is important. This method of hand picking can be used for separating slightly larger sized impurities like the pieces of dirt, stone, and a husk from wheat, rice, or pulses. So this gives the whole sense of hand picking, right? So what is hand picking? Picking them from through hand, right? See, this is the best example of hand picking. And crushing. Let's see, crushing. Let's read it and highlight it. So I don't think all these will have the important fact. So the process that is used for the separation of grains from starch, etc., is thrashing. In this process, the stalks are beaten to free the grain seeds. Yes, it will give us the sense, right? See, they are beating the stalk to get the grains. And winnowing means, see, this is the process of winnowing. And winnowing is used to separate heavier and larger components of mixture by wind or blowing air. So yes, this is the point we needed. So in this manner, we have to read line by line, and we have to make sure that what is the important point lying in that, and we have to highlight it. Okay, I will highlight the important points and I will show you after I have highlighted them. So wait. Yes, I have now made it, highlighted all the important points, you can see. So okay, after highlighting all the important points, we have to start making the short notes. And before that, we have to make sure that our third step is to overlook. And this is like our reading the chapter 3rd time maybe, but we have to make sure that what is there in the chapter. And so just giving the brief look, but give it some time so that you will have the understanding about this chapter very well. Okay. So what is this chapter about? Separation of substances, right? So separation of substances means how can we separate two substances? There are various methods to separate any two different substances. One is hand picking. Hand picking means through hand we can separate two substances, right? This is called hand picking. And threshing means beating the stack or the husk to remove the grains. And winnowing means winnowing is used to separate heavier and larger particles. If we blow it, by using the blowing of air. In this method, one woman, you can see in this picture, one woman is standing and at a heavy height, she is and you can see she is holding a plate and it is having some grains and it is also have some dust, right? So she made that plate a little tilt so that the grains will fall over and the lighter particles for the air, it will go away, and you can see the dust is going away and the grains are storing here. And this is called winnowing. And sieving means we can see in our houses we have seen it, right? Sieving, the process of sieving to get the smooth texture for the wheat flour or rice flour. Our moms will sieve it, right? So all of us will know about it. And let's see what is sedimentation. Sedimentation means water will be, if we add water in a mixture, then the solid, see here, the solid is settled below the glass, right? So this is sedimentation. And similarly, desantization. See, desantation, which means removing the water. See, this process, desantation. And filtration, we know about this, right? For removing the tea leaves from the tea, we use this filtration method, and it is one of the example. Now let's see the evaporation. What is evaporation? Evaporation means the conversion of water into vapor is known as evaporation. And they have given us one example, and you can see through the sea areas, some people will have these pits and they will pour the sea water in it. So due to heat, due to sun heat, it will be evaporated, and the solid part in that sea water, that is salt, will be settled in the pits, and then by doing some further purifications, we will get the salt. And they have given us about the condensation. Condensation means converting water vapor into liquid or water is known as condensation. So this is all the important points in this chapter. So let's start making this chapter into a effective short notes. What is the main topic of this chapter? The main topic is methods of separation, right? So under methods of separation, we have different side headings. So I am making one big heading, methods of separation. And yes, then let's start our branches. Handpicking. So let's write the highlighted topic here. Okay. Note making is not like not writing all the highlighted points. You can see I have highlighted these 4 lines, and I have reread this highlighted point, and I have made this into my understandable manner. You can see this method of handpicking can be used for separating slightly larger sized impurities like piece of dirt. So how I made this sentence means separating slightly larger sized impurities through hand. Example, removing dirt from rice and wheat. So this will gives me the essence of that subheading, right? So in this manner we have to write our short notes. Yes, I have forgotten to tell you one point. First of all, we have to count how many subtopics are there in that topic, and in this chapter there are 9 subtopics are there. So we have to make sure to place them in particular order, and I'm planning like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, because last 2 topics are very small. So I think I can make it here some 3 topics. So okay, let's start it. So just I have completed threshing, and you can see I have drawn one simple drawing so that I will able to remember this. And for winnowing also I have drawn this so that I'm able to remember it more clearly without reading the sentence. Also I'm able to recall this, what is winnowing, by seeing the diagram, right? And sieving. Now let's start drawing the branches, and you can draw the branches in different styles. For some I'll give curvy braces, and for some I will use different patterns. So, and for this I have drawn the branches like this. And remember one thing, if you have one point like this, then you don't have to draw this arrow up to that, because you know this is all about winnowing, right? So you can simply give arrow like this. And yes, this is the final short notes for the chapter separation of substances. Hope you like this video. And finally, I want to tell you that short notes is not writing the notes shortly, but which means writing the notes simpler, but it must contain the essence of the chapter. Remember, the short notes must have all the essence of the original chapter. Okay, remember this. And yes, this is all about today's video. If you like this video, please do like, share and comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos like this. Thank you. Thanks for watching.